Hello. Oh, hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to 10-minute reviews. I'm Jason. This is Freya, and we're bringing you today's video. As always, guys, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. We've got a bunch of videos coming out for you guys, and we're just a small family channel. We really appreciate any support you guys might want to give us. Along with that, check down below for our Discord link if you want to chat about books, talk about books, give us some suggestions, talk about the reviews, by all means. And also, check the links down below for our Amazon affiliate link to today's book and any other links we can come up with. So today, I want to talk about an author I've talked about in the past, but a new book / series from before. I want to talk about Alex Kozlowski and his book Reborn, Inception. Reborn, Inception. Now, Alex is the author of, I believe it's the Alpha Physics series, which is phenomenal. It's one of the best, one of the best lit RPG series out there. It's absolutely fantastic, and as a series, it's awesome. And I believe he's got a couple spin-off series off of it. Just absolutely outstanding. Reborn, Inception kind of flips things around a little bit. There's some really unique, really cool things going along with it. So as always, I'm going to talk about 4 things: the world, character, plot, writing style. So the world is pretty interesting. The world is our world, slight future with some lit RPG and cultivation elements in it. So it's near-ish future leading towards far future as far as technology goes and things along those lines. It does pretty much start out in the future where technology has already progressed pretty far. We've got AIs and implants and things along those lines. Although how they got that technology actually comes from aliens and from us exploring outside of our solar system via the faster light travel that we end up discovering, which then leads us to these other civilizations that give us certain technologies and help us kind of, leapfrog a few levels, I suppose you could say, and introduces us to a few things that we were not aware of, such as, well, the soul. But in this case, the soul is what they use to pretty much, that's what ties it into the lit RPG elements and the cultivation elements, which is pretty cool. Now, the main character, Eric, is from he's both from the future and he's not. This follows one of the tropes that we see a lot in lit RPG fiction of the reborn type of character, where humanity is ended for whatever reason, we lost, and through magic or something else, they go back in time and are able to try and fix things and have this future knowledge. In Eric's case, he actually has a ton of future knowledge put into his brain in some pretty cool ways. What I really like about this one, and this is getting into the plot, although I pretty much already gave away the plot, whereas humanity lost. He came back. They found a way to come back, which is pretty cool. What I like about this one is it's far future. It's not the typical swords and sorcery Reborn. Most of the Reborn type of books that we've read up to this point, usually it involves a system apocalypse of some sort occurring to modern day people or modern day world, but then it leads into your typical, thanks to the system and all that, your typical swords and sorcery and guns and swords and sorcery, magic and kind of the usual tropes. Whereas in this case, it's actually dealing with space travel and cybernetics and intergalactic civilizations and things along those lines. Although, thanks to the lit RPG and cultivation aspect of it, it does still kind of have a lot of those swords and sorcery things, because they can create a shield that is really only vulnerable to other cultivation / lit RPG element type weapons. Typically things like swords, if you're a fan of those particular type of games, things along those lines. So you end up with these powers, I suppose. And the other thing that I think is really cool about this is he takes lit RPG and cultivation, and ties them together in a really, really cool way. The world he's built is really cool. The cultivation aspect of it is really cool. The lit RPG aspect of it is really cool. And what he's done with these powers, these abilities that the characters can get or do have or are awarded to, boons, titles, things along skills, things along those lines, is pretty cool. What I like is we don't have the typical overpowered main character. He has to think his way through things and sometimes get lucky and mostly just work his tail off. I can tell from the way the book is going that eventually he will be pretty overpowered, because you go back in time to say when you were an infant. Obviously the character doesn't go back to an infant, he goes back to like age 17, 18, but if you go back in time to an infant with all the knowledge that you have right now and knowing that you're going to be in a fight to the death at some future point in your life, you probably won't. You're probably going to work a lot harder through your younger years than you did the first time around. I know I was pretty goddamn lazy, and I was also an athlete and a martial artist, did all kinds of stuff. But if I'd have known that I was even just going to join the military in my late teens, early 20s, I'd have done things a whole lot differently, just starting at probably age 4. So it's pretty cool because the characters trying to think their way through things and change things and use their future knowledge in order to do it. And what I also like is there's consequences. There's consequences when he tries to use his future knowledge to say get rich. Just the sheer fact of him using his knowledge changes things. And some of the things he tries to do, he fails at, and also pretty cool. Now, as far as the writing style goes, if you guys are not familiar with Alex Kozlowski's work, there's something wrong with you. If you like lit RPG, if you like fantasy, if you like urban fantasy, any of that stuff, you've got to check out Alex Kozlowski. If you like any of those things and you haven't checked out Alpha Physics or any of its spin-offs before, again, there's something wrong with you. That's what you absolutely must do. But if you like science fiction, because that's, again, we're talking, future, space travel, high technology, things along those lines, while crossed with the lit RPG and cultivation side of it. So if you like science fiction, if you like lit RPG, if you like any of this stuff, you definitely got to check out this book. After you hit the like and subscribe buttons, of course, go check out Reborn, Inception by Alex Kozlowski. I can't wait for book 2. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and we will catch you next time. Bye now.